Now, you can see them. They are called the unicorns of the sea, and we've never fully understood them. Narwhals are rare and elusive whales found in the Arctic, and the mystery of their horns has always baffled scientists. Well, now the mystery has been solved. Let's talk to our science correspondent Helen Briggs, who is here. I mean, they're such a weird-looking thing, these horns. It is actually a tooth, isn't it? But what is it for? Yes,
well, it is a tooth, and it grows out of its head and into the water, this long spiral tooth. And actually, interestingly, only the males have them. And there's been a lot of speculation about what this could be doing. But with drones, a great tool for biologists because they can fly them over the animals and you can see things you've never been seen before, and it doesn't really disturb them. So from that, they actually saw these narwhals using them as like toothpicks almost, prodding fish, stunning them, and then they could gobble them up. So that had never really been a theory before, that they use them for feeding, but they do think that they probably have more than one purpose.
It's interesting because I was saying there in the introduction, they are so rare, and it is exactly as you described it. Only getting these drones to see them in action have they been able to work this out. And it's interesting because you would perhaps imagine, when you talk about them using it for feeding, that they would spear them with the horn, but they're not doing that, are they?
They're not doing that, no. They're just prodding them, really, and shocking them, stunning them, and then they can go and gobble up the fish. But they're actually quite strange things, these tusks, because they're teeth, but they don't have enamel on the end. So they've got nerve endings. So it's a bit like our teeth, but with no enamel. So they can sense things through them. So they could be using them for other things as well, because they seem able to detect differences in water pressure and salt water versus fresh, and they may also be using them for echolocation, so using them to actually find where things are using sound waves.
And exactly on that point, I mean, up until now there were several other theories of what this horn could actually be for, weren't there?
Yes, so some people thought it was an ice pick, that one has been discounted. Possibly a weapon. Other people thought they were using them for weapons. So those theories really have gone out of the window now. So it does seem that they're using them for feeding some of the time. It may mean that they are feeding on other things, other prey, because now they thought it was squid, fish, those kinds of things. Perhaps they could use them for other feeding, and they're probably using them for something else as well, like detecting things, detecting something in the environment, or echolocation.
Yes, because researchers last year were saying that they had the most directional sonar of anything that they've detected. So exactly as you were describing it, because it is porous, they are using these horns for more than one purpose. So hunting is one purpose, but actually working out where they are in their environment is crucially another purpose.
It is, yes, but it is interesting again that only the males have them. So some females have them as well, but not all of these animals. So I think that still some mysteries there. They've cracked one mystery, but raised some more questions. And what they are going to do is do some more research. They're actually also satellite tagging narwhals, so they can follow their progress around the ocean. And they're hoping really that some of this may actually help to protect them in the future.
Well, Helen, it's absolutely fascinating. So finally, we have some of the answers, perhaps not all of the answers, but some of the answers. Helen, thanks for taking us through all of that. Thank you. Now, one more story this hour, because for more than 3 decades, Liu Qingyu has been cutting hair in Beijing. His trademark style is the traditional crew cut, but times have changed, and now it seems not only are young people not interested in wearing their hair in that style, but no one wants to learn the way it's done. So could he be the last barber of Beijing? Here's his story.